Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm gonna be rebuilding the front jaw of my broken vise, and I really don't have any intention of making a video on that, but since I'm not able to recover this from just a simple welding and I need to make the front jaw completely out of scratch, so that's why I think why not to make a video, because I found that this kind of situation occurs to many makers, and I think instead of throwing this away, why not to give this a new life. So if welding works for you, then definitely go with that, but it didn't work for me, so I have to make a new jaw. So during work on one of my knife build, I over tighten the jaw and it snaps off completely. So if you wanted to save your vise with just a simple welding, then you need to know that there are three different kind of rod available in the market. Stainless steel, this one is mild steel, and the black one is, this rod is also available in two different types, machinable and non-machinable. So highly recommend to go with cast iron electrode while welding on cast iron material. It didn't work for me, there are some cracks up here. I gave it 2 try but didn't work, so I need to make my own front jaw. So this is the material I purchased, and since I don't have a lathe right now, so I went to a turner who is going to help me in this build. So I purchased this material. The base of the jaw and the barrel is going to be made with these two materials, and before fitting I need to turn them required dimensions. The OD of the barrel needs to be 47mm and ID needs to be 32. So after this, most of the steps are self-explanatory, so if I found any need, then I am jump right in to tell you about the process. what I decided to do here is that the smaller piece having a cavity 1 inch deep, so that the main barrel can fit inside that cavity, and that will create more stronger joint as compared to simple butt welding. And I also slightly chamfer the edges so that I can fill it with welding. That will create much stronger joint. So now I came to my shop and ready to weld this. Now the base of my front jaw is ready. The only thing need is to join these two pieces together, but before that I need to weld that barrel and clean off this giant chunk of steel. So if you stick to the video so far and also new to this channel, then I would really appreciate if you like this video and also subscribe to the channel. That would really help to grow this channel and rank this video up. So now the barrel portion is completed and only thing left is to make this notch. I highly recommend to go with milling to do this process. Since I didn't find that, so I decided why not to give it a try. But I highly recommend to use milling machine for this process. I made 2 marks equal to the width I needed and placed that on a flat surface and draw the straight line starting from those 2 points and cut them with the help of cut-off wheel. Then with the help of die grinder I clean off the remaining material. I also use flat file to knock off the any burrs left over. And here's the finished piece. I made a test fit and it works perfectly as I needed, and only thing left is to make the upper portion and the lower portion of the front jaw. For that I cut down this giant chunk of steel. I just make a mark with the hexa and then place it onto my chop saw. That cut leads the blade to the right direction, and then clean off the rest of the material with the help of grinder. So one side has been completely cleaned and only thing left is to clean off the remaining side. I use grinder for that because that chop saw is taking plenty of time and creating too much sound, and once the piece has been cut off there is a small portion needs to be grind off. And just for the aesthetic purpose I bevel the sides 5-degree angle. After marking has been done for the beveling, I lead it with grinding disc and cut-off wheel. piece of 1095 high carbon steel bar and cut down to the required length I needed. This is slightly oversized than the previous jaws, and this will give me better reach in knife making. Then with the help of file, I parallel those edges to the surface as well. Then with the help of this carbide scriber, scribe a line so that I can remove that area so that I can fit these high carbon steel bar. Once the serrated jaws are prepared, I prepare the material for the drilling operation. I mark the hole location, punch them and drill the hole and counter hole as well. I also drill the holes onto the jaw portion as well and tap them also. Then to harden the high carbon steel, I place them into the fire and then quench them into the water. And you can judge that hardness from this sound. Since I don't have a same paint for the front jaw, so I decided to scrape off the paint which has been previously done by the manufacturer, and here are the pieces after removing the paint. Then I applied 2 coats of gray primer, and after that I paint it with the black color. And then I made a silly mistake in which I used the thinner base paint over the oil base, and these two different kinds didn't go well with each other, and because of that mistake a crinkle effect appears onto the surface which I really like. And once the paint cured, I applied 2 more coats over the surface and finishes off the job by assembling all the pieces together with some grease. The day when this vise broke off, on the same date the knife on which I am working on also break off during the quenching process, and this is my worst nightmare ever. But to see the final result, I am quite happy how this thing came out together, and everything is front of you. If you like this build, then make sure to hit the subscribe and like button, and also don't forget to watch my other videos as well. Till then,